Hey guys, I am Andy and it is Whiteboard Wednesday where we unpack information that helps your church. If you could do us a huge favor, please like and share this video so we can continue putting out fresh content for you guys every single week. So today I'm here with Dan, who last week gave us a 3-week roadmap to basically double your Easter attendance. Well, now that we have that spike in Easter attendance, now he's put together a 4-step bulletproof follow-up process on how to convert your Easter visitors to regular attenders. So Dan, take it away.
Awesome. Now, Andy, I think this is really important, but I think what's even better is maybe switching things up here on Whiteboard Wednesday. We've been doing this for a long time now. We need to liven it up. So maybe
like a little Whiteboard Wednesday jingle or
yeah,
something?
come on out with a jingle or something, or I can drop a beat or sound like the whitest white dude ever, and I'll be like, drop a beat for you, man.
And be like, if you put together a jingle for me, Dan, I will go and I will sing that.
You will. I got a weekend project, guys. I'm coming back, and Andy's gonna I'll drop a beat, right? Is that how it goes? You drop a beat.
Let's do it.
And we'll get Whiteboard Wednesday going on. Okay, well, I do want to actually get to this content, people. Hey, if you guys think that's a good idea, leave it in the comments below. We'll see if we can make it happen.
Leave me a jingle.
We love you guys, and we'll see if that happens. So yeah, last week we talked about how to double your Easter attendance. I hope you guys are working on that, getting the ball rolling. There's still time. The worst thing you can do is nothing. Now, obviously, you've had a big influx of visitors. You've had a bunch of people come to church. Now it's your responsibility to steward those new guests. And again, the worst thing you could do leading up to Easter is do nothing. And the worst thing you could do after Easter is do nothing. So these are just 4 bulletproof ways to follow up with your Easter guests. These aren't going to wow you, but they're kind of these fundamental things that every church should do, really, even if it's not Easter Sunday. These are just great things to do. So we're just going to jump into the list. By the way, Andy, these look amazing. Every day, every Whiteboard Wednesday I love coming in, and they look great. So first off, you're going to want to write a personal letter. Here's a couple thoughts with writing that letter. 1, make it look like a greeting card. So when you're sending out a letter from the church, don't just fold it up on an 8.5 by 11 and put it into a business envelope. Really make it look nice. So a couple things you want to do is just get some nice greeting cards. Now, if you can maybe order them online and get your logo put on them. That's cool. But don't even worry about that. Just head over to your local CVS or whatever.
Dollar Tree.
Exactly. Yeah. Well, hopefully, man, we're not going too low on the Dollar Tree.
Hey, man, we're trying to save some money here.
Okay, man. So yeah, if you're trying to save some money, go Dollar Tree, but get something that's a little bit different of a size and actually put it in a normal envelope with a stamp and a handwritten address. It just tends to get open more. This is actually something businesses are doing, is they found that their open rate on their mail, if they can make it look more and more just like a traditional letter, it's going to get opened more by consumers. So again, don't make it look like a professional letter from the church. Just do something that has handwriting on the outside, a real stamp on it, and a card. And maybe something really cool to kind of make people think of you is add a $5 gift card. How cool is that? How often do you get $5 gift cards in the mail?
Not as much as I wish I would.
So here's the deal. A lot of people, you don't get nice looking letters every day. And on top of that, you don't get a gift card. This is a great way to stand out from the crowd. Again, this is something you should definitely do for Easter, but do every other time of the year as well. So next, you want to schedule a visit. Now, I know with millennials, there used to be a time where older generations, Gen Xers, baby boomers, they're a little bit more home oriented, kind of that I have family in the Midwest, and they're just come on over, spend time. But millennials tend not to be as coming into our personal space. So rather than trying to necessarily get to somebody's house and meet them at their door, think about just scheduling a coffee with them on kind of some neutral territory. And then a thought with that is don't overdo it. Spend 20, 30 minutes. Don't 3-4 hours later. It suddenly becomes a hostage negotiation, and they're just trying to get out, and they're hoping a friend. But yeah, just try to meet up with them for coffee and spend 20 to 30 minutes with them, and just try to answer some questions about the church, trying to find out what their interests. Try to just make it very normal, which I know sometimes in church world, it doesn't always happen, but we can just make it a normal sit down, have coffee, get to know this person. One of the things here at Ambassador, being a small group leader, I've noticed I'm always trying to get new people into the small group, and we actually have somebody coming tonight. He just sent me a text message and he said, hey Dan, we're coming to your small group for the first time. I mean, they've only been to our church 3 or 4 times, but I can tell you what, me and Brianne have had so many personal coffees with them, taking them out to dinner. I mean, just spent a lot of just personal, normal time with these people. And now they're kind of making the commitments that, hey, we're going to jump into your small group, and hey, we're going to start maybe going to the church. But it's after a lot of just personal, normal, sit down, have coffee, get to know you type time. Now, here's the thing. I would be careful necessarily about the senior pastor taking this, because it instantly sets expectations that, you know, the pastor's my buddy. And really, as pastors, you're there to be a shepherd. You're there to speak into people's life. You know, they have plenty of people who can be their buddies, their friends. They can only have one pastor, and that's someone to really mentor. So this is something really small group leaders, Sunday school leaders, deacons, other people in the church. Really, your whole church should be on mission here. Now, again, if you're a smaller church and it's just you, I'm not saying pastors can't do this. I'm just saying it's good when the whole church kind of participates in this. So we got write a letter, make it stand out, you know, schedule a visit, just, you know, get in neutral territory, and 20, 30 minutes, and just have a good normal coffee with somebody. And next, you want to maybe make a phone call. Now, this is really neat. This is something we've practiced here at Ambassador Baptist Church, the church that you and I go to, for years. And we just actually have a volunteer who comes in and calls through the list of all the people who've attended, and they kind of have a quick survey. They just say, how was the service? What were your thoughts on it? And so just a quick survey. I think it's one or two questions. It's not very long. And then at the end of it, they say, hey, is there something we can specifically pray for you about? And then what's cool, and I love this, because this doesn't happen every day, is they actually go and if they say, you know, yeah, I'm needing help with this, or I'm really praying about this, they actually take time to pray there on the phone. And I think that's really good. When you telling me
yes,
about?
So, no, just about the other day. I mean, a couple days ago. I mean, I was the same way, and somebody over the phone was like, "Hey, can I pray with you over the phone about this?" And I was.
It kind of takes you back.
I was like, whoa,
you're calling a Christian organization, and
it was like, awesome. I was just like, wow, like that's awesome. Like, I mean, I didn't have anything at that moment because I've never really heard that before.
You're like, but, no, I don't have any purpose.
But that phone
it was an unspoken, folks. It was an unspoken.
Not an unspoken.
It got taken care of.
But so, that company really stood out to me, and now I will.
It's a neat, special thing. I mean, Jesus said, "My house shall be a house of prayer," and so setting that, and it means a lot to people. So, you know, finding a volunteer who can come in, call through that list of Easter visitors, and actually spend some time with prayer on them. I can't tell you how many people who've come to Ambassador who have said, you know, that really stuck out to them, that someone would call them and pray with them over the phone. It has this it's a really neat thing. Again, if you think about all of this, it's simple, but it's special, you know, from the letter and giving a gift card, from the visit and just having coffee and being normal and getting to know them, to a phone call that kind of is like, wow, this person's willing to pray for them. And then lastly, you want to start an email automation. Now, I know this is kind of new, so what we're going to do is we're going to link down below an email automation that we kind of put together, and we specifically recommend a service called MailerLite. It's completely free, and you can actually set up a nice little email automation. We have a PDF down below you can download that will kind of walk you through on how to set something like this up. But it's basically just 3 weeks of content. So, you know, they attend Easter Sunday, and that next day you want to put them on this email automation. Here's some of the thoughts on the content. I mean, you can do whatever you want. It doesn't mean 3 weeks every day. It means, you know, 1 or 2 emails a week. And it's things like, hey, a letter from the pastor, you know, behind the scenes at the church. Think about, people want to know what are typically people looking for the church, you know, kids ministry, nurseries, teen ministry. Here's a behind the scenes at the church. You know, here's some testimonies of people in the church. Here's someone who was recently baptized. So basically over 3 weeks, you're just helping them get to know your church. You know, you're maybe even sending them a link to the Facebook page saying, hey, like this content. I mean, it's just great, but you have 3 weeks of content. Now, here's something that's important. This is pretty time consuming. This is going to take you a lot of time to put together. So what I want to do is make it Easter specific. So don't necessarily use all the graphics from the Easter or whatever. Actually make this so you can keep using it for the rest of the year.
Instead of just for your Easter event.
I think, and I don't know where you're at, I think this is one of the most underused things by churches is email. I think most churches don't tend to really think that, you know, we're doing some of this, but we're kind of forgetting about this. And this is one of the most top of mind, easiest ways. Again, if you're watching this video, Church Hacks or Pro Church, one of our organizations, you probably get a lot of email, and we do that strategically because it's a noisy, busy world, and it's one of the best ways to stay top of mind.
And that's exactly why businesses, I mean, they focus on emails and email marketing and all of that. But for churches, that kind of gets put on the back burner.
Right.
Emails those, but it's so incredibly important that you email these potential, regular attendees here and just visitors.
Right, and there's so many good metrics you can pull out of it. As in, you build the email automation once, but then you can go through and see click-through rates. So if one email isn't getting the click-throughs or isn't getting the opens you want, you can adjust. So this is really something that you can have for years and years and years, and it's always working for you. And I know sometimes we put things in big events. We'll put a lot of time into a big event, and that's great. And we need to have those. And I'm thankful for any church that's willing to invest their time. But sometimes we don't put those things into those things that just keep working for us, those things that keep giving us value. And a good email automation is going to do that for your church. And guess what? Down below, we have a whole walkthrough and a PDF on how to do it. So
we got you guys back.
Yeah, that's how to basically some 4 bulletproof follow-up processes that you can kind of follow to really bring back those Easter visitors. So thanks for letting me be on Whiteboard Wednesday.
Well, no, thank you, Dan. Thank you for putting together this last week and this week. And I know for me, just kind of hearing some of these things, it's super helpful. We hope this was helpful to you guys. We will see you guys next week on Whiteboard Wednesday.